Greetings, greetings, family, near and far, far and wide, on planet, off planet, in the planet. You don't know how it goes already. If you know it's an agreeable step forward, disagreeable step back, because we don't have no more time for that. Come in, Mayu.
And yeah, had to go way within, and I remember times I was committing sin. Now I'm living like a saint, because I got down into the nitty gritty where it gets real sticky. And I love everyone, trust me, I ain't picky. And you don't want to go down there, trust me, it can get risky. Do you see what I went through? Then demons can get you. It's not no joke out here, you know. And yeah, I hope this resonates with you, you know. A wise man once said that you're not your mind, you're what you do. So take the right action so your mind can work for you, you know. And yeah, man, we're back with Ladycrowne, and we don't stay down, we stay up, and we don't chat pop, because it's real talk, episode 93. And yeah, my 93 baby. Shout out to my cousin out there as well, Alicia, who's a 93 baby as well. And yeah, man, that's when you gave birth to your divine son, STS.
Absolutely. Yeah.
93, the numbers align, you know, because trust me, those numbers are in both of our numbers in numerology, isn't it? So, you know, it's all interconnected, man. And you know what? Shout outs to my sis out there, you know, Nikita. You look a bee in head. Shout outs to you, baby. Trust me, man. Blessings. I know we haven't seen each other for a while, but it's spiritual, you get me? And there's always that transfer of energy going off. And this is what's beautiful about these videos. You can connect with everybody, you know what I mean, that's tapped into our frequency. You know, they're so powerful. This is why it's trying so hard to censor the truth, you know, because it's so powerful. It makes people think differently and act differently and take the right action.
Absolutely.
You get me?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, shouts to Amin Ra, the rising star, you know, out again. And
beautiful.
It's a beautiful day today. And greetings to you all, you know. Shout outs to the divine sister, I can't say it, you know what I mean? The divine sister that shouted us last week. Blessings to you. We're going to keep you anonymous, because trust me.
Oh, we don't have to. We don't have to give you the,
we can give you the other alias if you want to. That's fine. That's
just,
fine. Yeah.
Beautiful sister. Been in the struggle for the last 20 years. You'll find her on TikTok. Just look for Carlos Cinco. Yeah, and just follow her on TikTok. She's putting out some really, really informative information. Things that nobody else is tapping into, or probably even concerned about or aware of. You know what I'm saying? She's truly guided and protected. You know, beautiful star seed. So check her out on TikTok and TikTok. You know what I'm saying? TikTok, and follow her work. And you'll always see the hashtag back off and the farrellreport.com. That's one of the documents, well, one of the websites you should go on actually and have a look at the farrellreport.com. It will show you so much of what's happened to her and what the powers that be have done, you know. But that's all coming to an end, isn't it? Absolutely. So yeah, big up to you, sis. It was a pleasure being in your company, yeah, and we're still connected.
Yeah, that divine essence, you know.
Yeah.
That's what she was vibrating in, and it's a beautiful thing, you know, when you realize that nothing's a the way I pronounce it, coincidence. Trust me, everything's happening in divine order, you know.
Most definitely.
Trust me, man. And you know, I just feel cool, calm, and collected. What about yourself, Ladycrowne?
Always.
You know what? One thing that's just come to me right now, I really tap in every single second, trust me. I remember when I came out of hospital about 2 months after. I was sitting on the edge of my bed and I looked on you and you looked on me and you said to me, and I said to you, remember I said to you, what am I going to do? He said to me, listen, you got to find a way. Tough love, you know. Tough love is so crucial. You gave me that tough love. But it was crucial for me to take action. And you know, the things that I've been observing from you, from young, but especially now with my consciousness, is that you're all about action. You're all about action. This is why you're always manifesting. You know, a lot of us need to really tap into action, you know. And because this yapping business that we do every week, we're only doing it to give a message, not to distract you away from your life, you know.
Absolutely
it's
not.
Real life, man. Trust me, because, yeah, man, of course, we can have banter, fun, all of that. That's cool. But when you really get down into the nitty gritty of life, you'll realize that, trust me, the shadows of life is what we really need to deal with. Because when we deal with that, then we can be our true authentic self with the light, you get me? Because we come from the darkness, so we have to deal with it. So when we speak about certain things, we're not joking, but we're having fun as well, creating that balance and harmony. You know what I mean? Just thought I'd give you that message there to make people know that, trust me, you've got so many privileges out there, so many privileges, so many blessings out there that a lot of people take for granted, not realizing that there's many people out there that haven't got the benefits that you've got. So count your blessings, man, not your complaints. Real talk, you know?
Absolutely.
Blessings, man.
Absolutely. Well, you can see my t-shirt. Got it on. Wear it every day when I'm doing my, especially when I'm doing my podcast. Sabersnow.org. I suggest that you spread this information far and wide. Get onto the website. There are documents there that you can actually download and send to your local authority. Listen, your local authority is and has committed heinous crimes against the population. And whilst you still continue to support them with your hard-earned promissory notes, your phone money that they've given value to, you and I know that it has no value. It's a promise to pay in the future. So everything that you think you bought with a promissory note, not real money. The real money is what was here when we were seeded on this planet. Yeah, the gold, the silver, the diamonds, the platinum, palladium, you name it. Those kind of metals that were here when we were seeded here. There's a document that you can download. Well, you don't download it, just highlight it, copy it, and put it into whatever document, Libra, Office, or Word, whatever it is. It's notice of termination to finance and be governed by criminal authorities. That's what it says. That's what the document's called. And when you read it, trust me, it's an extensive document, but it's got everything in terms of these masks that they're putting up all over the place that are causing harm to the wildlife and also to us. Everything. The medical intervention that they brought out 3 years ago. You can no longer continue to support your local authorities who are public servants, but it looks as if we're serving them because, you know, they dictate to us what they want us to do. You can no longer continue to do that and complain. Really, you can't, because the information is out there now. Copy, paste this document and send it to your local authorities. Everybody, wherever you go, because they are corporations. They're registered either at your company's house or Dun & Bradstreet. You just look it up. You'll find wherever you live, you'll find that if you're in the UK, yeah? So they're a registered corporation, then you cannot be supporting them because they're committing terrorism against you. Yeah, they've got their acts out there that, you know, what happens to people who commit terrorism? Well, they are. So you have to stop financing the terrorism, because when you do that, you're actually committing a crime. Most of those who went out there and voted and all the rest of it, you don't know what you're doing. They want to introduce 15-minute cities, this, that, Tower Devon, all kind of things to persecute you. So get on there, highlight, copy, paste that document, put your details in. It's pretty straightforward, and send it to them. Let them know why you're withdrawing your finances. You can no longer continue to pay your council tax and all of those monies that you pay to these people when they're not doing anything for you. They're actually helping themselves to your hard-earned money. They pay themselves quite handsomely for doing nothing. Yeah? So that's the first thing that you guys need to do. Do it today. Come in, my youth.
Yeah, man, do it today, man. You know, being present's so key, you know, so you can create instead of always reliving the past. Even though me and Ladycrowne, one thing that we can do, and this is a part of self-mastery, we can talk about the past without an emotional attachment to it. So it brings us down. So basically, still being present, you get me? You're still focusing on your energy, you know what I mean? Not allowing it to drift back there. Because a lot of people, they relive their past experiences in the present moment.
Yeah.
And guess what happens? You make it even more prevalent for your mind. And trust me, you got to realize how powerful your mind is, you know, because trust me, like Dr. Joe Dispenza said out there, most people are living in the past and haven't got a vision for their future. If you ask someone about their vision for the future, more time they won't have an answer for you, because they've been programmed to work the 9-to-5s and things like that. So you're always repeating the same thing. You know, this system has took a lot of our creativity away, you know, due to the jobs that they give us, because you know what I mean, they're just over broke, like you like to say. You get me? you're not actually being fully productive the way you could be if you're self-employed and if you're working for yourself, you know what I mean? And creating businesses, creating generational wealth. Because when you create generational wealth, why, let me tell you, your children, your grandchildren, everyone benefits, you get me? Not just you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? When you're working for the system, guess who you're benefiting? The system.
Exactly.
So the ones on top stay on top. This is how it goes, man.
Yeah.
This is why
you stay on the bottom.
You stay on the bottom. You know, the pyramid thing. This is why the elites have so much power, because they've learned how to control billions of people. And going back to the mind, you know, I'm big on the mind and consciousness, because they know how the mind works. They know how to hypnotize people.
Yeah.
And guess what? One of the greatest tools to hypnotize people with is a TV, television. Trust me, that little box in your room. Trust me.
And now it's not even license for.
Now it's not even just a TV.
No, it's everything.
It's the internet.
It's
all the devices. You know what I mean? iPhone, whatever it is. It's, yeah, like you just said, it's in your hand now.
Yeah.
So much access to the program that it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because it can be a gift and a curse, isn't it?
It depends on how you use it.
That's what I was going to say.
Always.
It's a tool, isn't it?
You can use a knife to cut, to peel an apple, or to cut a slice of bread, or you can use it to juke somebody and kill them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's about your intent and how you use it.
Yeah, you're so right. It's how you use it, man. Because that's why I say life's all about perception, because the way you perceive life is the way you're going to live it, you know? That's why it's so good to have a good value system. So good to have a good value system, because with that, your mind's always looking for confirmation of that. So, look at your value system, for example. It's about helping self and family and others.
Yeah.
So that's what you align with. This is why I say it's so key for us to raise the energy, man. You know what I mean? Vibrate higher than those lower energies that are trying to bring you down. Because trust me, the fear frequency can be seductive for people. Because let me tell you something right now, yeah. The love frequency can actually be scary for people. Why is that? It's love. Why is that? It's a flip, in it. Why is that? It's because when you tap into the love frequency, you have to take off that mask off your head. And I don't just mean physical, I mean spiritual. You have to take it off and show your true self.
Yeah.
With fear, you can show a fake version of yourself, because it's false evidence appearing real. It's only real when you make it real within your present moment. Remember I said to you earlier, people can be whoever they want to be at any single second. So trust me, we're entities. And until you control the entity within you, it's going to have control over you. Remember when you're speaking about the ancestors, is it 30? Remember when he's doing a breakdown of how many people are in? Yeah.
30, you've got 15 from each side, from your mother and father. So you've got the DNA of 30 of your relatives in you that are, that are either here or past 30. So at any given time, when you're going through whatever struggles you might be going through in life, or challenges, depending on your perception of what's happening to you, when your frequency is lowered, and you're in that fear, you're in that depressive, you're in that anxiety state, then you're literally vacating your position, and one of your 30 ancestors then will come through. They'll come through and take over. So if you decided 4 years ago, 2 years ago, that you're going to stop eating meat, and then you start eating meat again, well, guess what? That's not you. That's the one that was enjoying it before that decided that they're going to come through and live vicariously through you. Yeah, because that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? We're made up of 30 different individuals, 15 on each side, 15 from the mother, 15 from the father, come together. That makes you. Yeah. So take control of who and what you are. Otherwise, guess what? Somebody else will.
You're gonna lose yourself.
Yeah. That's why people do. And people say, "Oh, it's totally out of character for him. He would have never done this. She would have never done that." Well, maybe they're not who they think they are anymore. Somebody else has come in and done certain things. You might have had a good time murdering your DNA going back 30 generations. You don't know. And that's why people say, "Oh, I can't believe, no man, she's this, she's that." No, because when you lower the vibration of the frequency and there's a vortex, trust me, that demonic force will come straight on in there. Believe you me, before you know it, you take over your damn mind and you're doing all kind of things that you would never have done. And that's when they say, oh, my man's gone crazy and it's lost his head. Nah, you know, lost nothing. Somebody else take over.
Because a lot of people, they don't focus on the internal.
No.
They judge people on the external self, what they're wearing, what cars they got, what, you know what I mean? Like house,
all the time.
Everything external.
All of the, yeah.
The material world has really shaped a lot of our minds, you know.
Yeah.
And the universe is playing a big role right now in terms of making people look within. This is why the pandemic happened. People don't realize that everything happens for a reason.
Everything, yeah.
It's happened for people to look at self and look at their life as a whole and realize that this world is a big illusion.
100.
And you control your reality, nobody else. You get me? Like, trust me, when you really take your power back, though.
Yes.
When you because obviously other entities do control your reality if you don't take your power back. You know what I mean? So, trust me, we got to tap in. Trust me.
We certainly have. Well, those of you that are tapped in, you'll know that the banks are crashing like crazy. They're just, you know, bordering, tinkering on collapse. I was looking at the derivative market for the UK banks. I think it was 3.2 trillion in derivatives. That's what most banks. That's what the UK banks carry on their books. That's not good. 3.2 trillion will never be paid back. And if it could be paid back, they'd only pay it back with a debt which wouldn't pay it back. You know, it just, you know, it's another promissory note. It pays nothing. It's a promise to pay the 3.2 trillion. So those of you that are still comfortable and happy to have these private corporations, because that's what they are. I mean, I know Royal Bank of Scotland was nationalised, but so it belongs to the state. Well, what, we the people, or the so-called government that's running the country, or are they running the country, or is it the, you know, the World Health Organization, or is it the World Economic Forum? I don't know. Who's running the UK? I don't know. You know, because right back now there seems to be influence from all over, and anything that anybody else says, any of these other corporations say, then it, you know, it's all of a sudden it's something that they're going to adopt. We don't have a government, not a legitimate one. We don't. You don't have legitimate councillors, MPs. No, you don't, because they're all registered to the UK corporation. So they're not here for you. They're not here for me. You know, they haven't been for a very long time. So the sooner you realize that, the sooner you know that you now have to step up to the plate. I've told you many times before, you cannot sit down there on the government tit. Yeah? Because when the milk dry up, listen, you get lockjaw. I try to fix up car nut now, come out. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's time to take back what's rightfully yours, what was given to you, you know, when you were born. That's your rights and your ability to look after yourself, to take care of your needs, those of your family, your neighbours, build the community, because that's what it's about. You see, when you come together as a community, builders, plumbers, electricians, cooks, all different skill sets come together. Literally, you can just, you know, give them the middle finger. Can't touch on them because you're not reliant on them for anything. But if you're caught up in their system and they're truly trying to roll people and wrap man up in the central bank digital currency, and I'm telling you now, those of honor out there that think, oh, it's a godsend, yeah, they come and saved us because, yeah, the fiat is crumbled, but they've got this for us. Trust me, you haven't seen a Trojan horse and you don't know the story of the Trojan horse, because that's exactly what it is. They are never ever going to do anything for you to benefit you. Never. And that goes for all of them across the board, from your politicians, yeah, down to your Elizabeth II, Charles III. They're not going to do anything for Uno. You have to do it for yourself. Take back what rightfully belongs to you. The universe, the creator, provided everything on this planet that we could possibly need. So all of the resources are here for everybody to partake in. Yeah, birds fly around free, no council tax, no rent, no electricity, free. Now if the little bird with a little head cup no bigger than so can live for free, when for your head cup big like so, tell me why you're paying for everything. Because certain people have come on this planet and decided that they're going to capture it And by capturing it, they mean capture unu, the all away, and take the next slave. Don't care whether you're a high paid slave or you're lower paid slave or you're a minimum wage paid slave, you're still a slave. You're a slave to a system because it's not benefiting you, it's benefiting somebody else. So everything, people say, well, can't stop paying me council tax and I can't stop paying me for electricity. These things have already been paid for. They're already here. They were here when you were seated here. They belong to all of us. Yeah? What these people did some years ago was to take all of the state assets and sell them. So your Royal Mail, your British Rail, they were called that for a reason because they were state assets. But they literally just came in and swooped them all up and then decided that they were going to give you shares in what actually belonged to you in the first place. It's the biggest heist that's ever taken place in front of our very faces, unbeknown to us. They literally just grabbed everything that they could grab. The last one I'll never forget was a Royal Mail where Vince Cable sold it for so goddamn cheap, and the next day the shares went up, I don't know, 3, 4, 10-fold the very next day. Yeah, state assets. So when people say, oh, you can't, you're going to have all these things in your house and you're going to have water and electricity, you're not paying for it, you've already paid for it. It belongs to everybody. Yes, I'm not saying that we shouldn't, have some sort of a fee for a maintenance, but it should be very minimal because, it belongs to all of us. So we want to maintain it. We don't want a water supply that's filled with polyparated chemicals. Some of them you can't even pronounce. Yeah, runoff from chemicals that they use from producing all sorts, gone into the water, and then whatever they do to so-called purify it, so it comes through your tap. But it's not good. I mean, it literally is shit water. It's recycled wastewater. And then they charge you for that. I mean, the audacity. Come on. If you're not incensed by that, then I don't know what's going to make you more. I mean, they've already, them juking up 3 years ago. Right about now, the death rates have just gone off the charts. The mainstream media, colluded with them anyway. They're not going to talk about it. But that's a fact. Young people are dropping out and it's cause unknown. Oh, come on, but you and I know what the cause is. But guess what? Officially, the pandemic is over. No, it is just beginning. We haven't seen anything yet. For those who have taken this medical intervention, not realized that what they've done to themselves, and will succumb to whatever comes from that. Because guess what? There are so many protocols out there that you can use to take some of these spike proteins out of the body to boost up your immune system and give yourself a fighting chance. But if you don't take action, what can I say?
It won't give you satisfaction.
There you go.
It just won't give you
There
satisfaction,
you go.
David. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll touch on a bit about the water that you're talking about. People need to invest in a water structure unit, and just water filter systems. Yeah. You need to filter the water. Remember the water straw?
Yeah, the life straw.
The life straw.
That's like an emergency when everything cut off. Because I've made no mistake, we're going to have a situation where lights won't come on, water won't come out, because it's all run by electric. They will, because this is the shutdown.
So, generators. You need to invest in so many things.
Time is nigh. The time is nigh because you're looking at the next. Where we are, 15th of May already. Yeah, 30. Is it 30 days or 31 in May? We don't have long. Trust me. And I've been speaking about this for the last 2 years, and I've been telling people then, prepare, because you don't prepare the day before shit hits the fan. You have to start back yasso. So when it does come, you can say, well, you know what?
I think the problem is that people think they've got time.
Time is an illusion.
It's a quickening, fam.
Exactly.
There's only now time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So do it today.
Yeah.
Do it today and do not delay. Do you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, sound like it. Yeah. Ladycrowne can drop a rhyme now and again. Let's go bust up. But no, seriously. The silver, what can I say? I've said it time and time again. If you got these piece of promissory notes, you're going to need some when things hit the fan, because everything going like up. ATMs, banks, you're not going to be able to draw out a penny from nowhere, and you're already restricted as it is. So you need to have a little dry powder sit on there, but you also need to take some of that dry powder and convert it into the precious metals, which is the real money. Yeah, and that you'll be able to use to do whatever it is, barter with, pay for stuff with, you'll be able to manage, you'll get by. But if you're all caught up in the fiat currency and and your little smartphone that you can go bip on a machine and missing them with them phone or with them Apple Pay and thing like that in the shop. Me look on them, Me just look on them and say, not on them.
You want to keep it cash as much as possible, because it allows us to connect, you know what I mean, with each other.
Yeah.
Not AI, you get me?
Well, that's what I'm trying to
You know
say.
what I mean? You need a balance. I remember David Icke talking about, like, we need the cash, we still need the cash.
I use it.
You know
I use it all the time. I don't business, and nobody can't tell me, oh, we don't check that here.
You see, with cash, you
It's
can't
legal.
track and trace.
Well, that's what it is.
You see what I mean? With
There's your
with the app,
anonymity.
you can track.
Listen, if you buy whatever you want to buy
Yeah.
for your business,
Yeah.
but guess what? They know where you bought it, when you bought it, how much you spent on it. What business is that of anybody else's? It's your business. But if you take cash and go anywhere in the world and buy something, who go and remember, say, come in, they can't buy anything. What traceability is there? But people say, well, I've got nothing to hide. Well, I feel sorry for you. You've got nothing to hide. How about the fact that you have a right to privacy? How about that? You got nothing to hide. All right then. So when they fling up one monitor outside your yard, can peep in your bedroom curtain when you're your man or you're your woman in there. That's all right then, yeah? Because you got nothing to hide. It's called privacy. You're entitled to that. That's your God-given right. And for you to just give it up because it's convenient, because you can pip your phone here and pip this and pip that, and you think you actually feel that you're cool. Oh mate, you lamb to slaughter. Lamb to slaughter. I ain't no sheep, and neither should you be, because we all know what happens to sheep, don't we? From lambing season. Huh.
I remember, can't remember which state it was, but is it a senator, politician? He denied the bill for them to what was it again?
The CBDC.
Yeah.
They bought a bill to ban it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember which state. Is it
I
Texas?
can't remember. It might have been Texas. They banned it because he was like, "Yo, bro, we don't want to get tracked. We don't want the government knowing our information, because people don't realize, in the hierarchy system, there's all different levels. People aren't all on the same team. Trust me, it looks like it.
No, they're not.
With the media, but they're not, because certain states are like, no, we're not dealing with that.
More tiny Republican states, they're just
like
not having it.
Texas.
And some of the Democrats, because I tell you that I think the hypnosis that people have been under for the last how many years is people are starting to wake up from the hypnosis, because whatever your politicians, your senators, your councillors, your MPs, whatever they are pushing down the pipeline, that also is going to affect them. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that it's like the penny starting to drop. Oh shit! Oh yeah, I've agreed to this, but I've got one of those cell towers next to my freaking house, and this is what it's doing. They're actually starting to wake up, because they're now realizing that they're also cannon fodder. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just that they're not going to be the first ones in line. But way back, they'll grab them, and the same thing will happen to them. You know? God have mercy.
Shout out to like the Ron Pauls out there.
Oh yeah, Ron Paul, Ram
This is what I'm trying
Paul.
to say. People think it's all bad. No, man, it's not, man.
But you've got America, which is what, 50, 51, 52 states.
Yeah, around that. Yeah.
They are going to break up. Because when you look, Texas and Florida
Atlanta.
and what other states that actually using silver and gold.
Oh, no.
Yes, as a means of transactions, silver and gold. They've introduced a bill whereby they can actually use. Yes, they have. They are going to break away. You are going to see the United States of America break up, because they've got these massive states. I mean, some of them are so huge. The whole we could have fit in at the top half of Dallas. I'm not talking about the world's overpopulated. Bullshit. That's what they say, because these people are just demonic. You know what I'm saying? They just want to say what they want to say, like global warming and net zero and carbon. All of this is all hogwash, because we breathe in oxygen, we exhale carbon dioxide. So guess what? When you talk about zero carbon and all that, then I know them I talk about. That's probably why they had this medical intervention 3 years ago, because you know what? Get rid of the backside. You know? There's enough one up on the planet. We want to know gone. We want to stop cows from farting.
Oh, my gosh.
Yo, fam, it's
like,
true.
the way you say things is hilarious.
Well, it's
because you
true.
can make something
That's
like,
serious.
funny. It's mad. You're like an alchemist. Man.
Well, sometimes you've got to make it jokey,
Yeah,
because it's just the way that it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah? This is what's happening, people. So it's time. if there ever was a time for you to wake up out of that freaking coma that you've been in, you know what I'm saying, where you've been drip fed for the last 20, 30 years, this is the time for you to spring up my eye and people say, my God, she wake up. Yes. My God, him wake up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that we are dealing with.
Because that's exactly what we're dealing with. Trust me. There's no more time to mess about. Trust me on that one, fam. Check out, what's his name? Richard Forbes. I mean, I know they did give him a strike some time ago, but he's really got some bang on information on his YouTube channel. And if you can, tap into the International COVID Summit Part 3 European Parliament in Brussels. It's absolute. I listened to probably about an hour and a half of it. Listen, it will blow your mind. It will blow your mind when you hear these scientists, these doctors actually speak and tell you the real deal. It will blow your mind. So I suggest you tap into that. Do it in bite size. Do an hour, then, you know, go away and do something. Probably the next day do another hour. But listen to all of it, because I'm telling you, you'll hear some things in there that will make your toes curl. And you if you haven't got curly hair, it will curl, because you won't believe what you're hearing. And this is coming from their mouths directly. There's nobody, you know, nobody puppeteering them, and they're speaking the 100% truth and facts. You can go and check it out for yourself. Amazing stuff. So this system, this whatever these demonic forces are planning, trust me, it cannot prevail, and it never will, because good men and women always stand up and say, wait a minute, I've got an objection, or this is what we're saying, because they were silenced. Science was silenced when it didn't go along with the narrative for the government. How can you do that? These scientists have come together. It's amazing. Listen to it. That's it for me. I've got some calendar for God plan talk.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna wrap it up as well. Yeah, it's a flip. No rehearsal, no script, no acting going on, and yeah, keep working on your mind, body, and soul in order to achieve your goals. Because we're there with you
spiritually.
I didn't get a feel this time. But...
yeah, we can feel your finger on the side of my buzzy.
Yeah, Ladycrowne and STS over and out. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my people.
Peace.